Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone podcast. My name is Kathy. The court has now released an electronically filed document from February 24th, 2025. This is motion in limine number 7, and this is regarding witness identification by bushy eyebrows. And it says here that Mr. Kohberger, by and through his attorneys of record, are moving the court for an order in limine, excluding any evidence referencing, quote, bushy eyebrows. More specifically, the defense asserts that rules 403, 601, and 602 bar witness DM, give her full name here, we're going to refer to her by initials, from using the words, quote, bushy eyebrows, or identifying Mr. Kohberger in that manner. And that's the end of page 1. We go into page 2, and what the defense gives here is a couple of Idaho Supreme Court cases that deal with the issue of witness identification being such a critical one in a trial that is the subject of much litigation, and the reliability of witness identification being the linchpin in determining the admissibility of identification information. And then they go through further legal authority giving the standard for the admissibility of witness testimony. Bottom line is it must be reliable in order to be admissible into evidence. They go into page 3, relevant facts. There is a header here called A, bushy eyebrows. And it says here that per an interview on November 13th, 2022, this is the day of the atrocities, that DM was inside the house when the unalivings occurred and saw a figure dressed in black hereinafter the intruder when she peeked out of her bedroom door around 4:00 a.m. That would have been the start of the timeline of the crimes as set forth in the affidavit of probable cause, which give the timeline of the crimes as approximately 4 to 4:25 a.m. Continuing on here, it says shortly after seeing the intruder, she went downstairs to BF's room. This is the other surviving roommate. The two girls fell asleep, and then roughly 8 hours later, a 911 call was made from BF's phone at 11:56 a.m. This is the first time we're receiving this confirmation. We had only known as the public that it was one of the roommates' phones that was used to contact 911. We didn't know which. Now we have confirming information. Also, more than 8 hours after seeing the intruder, DM was interviewed by law enforcement at the scene and at the police department. It was confusing to DM that the intruder looked at her but did not come towards her or say anything. And when describing the intruder to Officer Nunez, this is one of the first responders, she described the height, build, and clothing of the intruder, but did not mention eyebrows at all. And when she called BF before going downstairs to BF's room, DM said that she was kind of, quote, in and out of it. I was really tired. Later, when she was interviewed at the police department, Detective Mowry, this is another officer whose name should be familiar to you from the Idaho 4 case, inquired about facial features and asked DM if she knew what color the intruder's eyebrows were. She did not know the color of the intruder's eyes or eyebrows. She said, quote, everything was kind of blurry, like I don't fully remember it. And then during this, what's called the Mowry interview, DM again mentioned that she was in and out of it because she was so tired. And then there's some reference here under number 2, photographs on November 13th, 2022, that law enforcement took photographs of DM's room on November 13th, 2022 and November 19th, 2022. And on the walls to her room, there are many photos of eyes with prominent eyebrows, some of them which she had drawn herself. Some were heavy, voluminous, puffy, or perhaps subjectively bushy. According to Detective Lake, he found artwork of human figures with an emphasis upon the eyes and eyebrows that were pinned to corkboards in DM's room. And then it goes on to talk about additional testimony. She thought that this person was dressed like a fireman, but she then testifies that she was out of it, that she had been drinking that night. So what we're going to do is on the YouTube channel go into further detail regarding this because this is so crucial to the case. It really is a linchpin, her testimony. Until next time, this is Kathy. Thank you for joining us here today.